Laura, Coop. Do your thumbs up.
Yeah, given the state of everything, I prefer not to, if that's all right.
Why not? That's what you're famous for.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the TV moments that turned cities into war zones, wastelands, and smoking ruins.
Your Grace, it isn't safe here any longer.
The Red Keep is the safest place in the city.
The Unsullied have breached the gates of the Red Keep.
Number 8. Sunnydale collapses. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I believe we can beat this evil. Not when it comes, not when its army is ready. Now. Tomorrow morning, I'm opening the seal. I'm going down into the Hellmouth, and I'm finishing this once and for all.
For 7 seasons, the quaint Californian town of Sunnydale existed as a literal hotspot for supernatural shenanigans, perpetually perched atop a dimensional rift known as the Hellmouth. This unique geographical feature was the source of countless demonic incursions, vampiric outbreaks, and apocalyptic threats that Buffy Summers and her Scooby Gang valiantly fought off. However, in the series finale Chosen, which originally aired May 20th, 2003, the bill finally came due.
Right now, you're asking yourself what makes this different. What makes us anything more than a bunch of girls being picked off one by one? It's true. None of you have the power that Faith and I do. So here's the part where you make a choice.
As Buffy, empowered by an ancient scythe and the magic of Willow Rosenberg, activated every potential slayer on Earth, a monumental battle erupted against the first evil and its seemingly endless army of Turrican vampires. The sheer concentration of immense power, combined with the immense spiritual and physical strain of containing such pervasive evil, caused the Hellmouth to destabilize irrevocably.
Feel it, Buffy.
Wait.
My soul. It's really there. Kinda stings.
With the first evil's armies defeated and its physical manifestation shattered, the ground beneath Sunnydale began to fracture. A massive sinkhole erupted, swallowing whole buildings, streets, and ultimately the entire city into a gaping chasm. It marks the literal closure of a wound on the world, a dramatic conclusion to Sunnydale's cursed existence and its role as the epicenter of evil.
We have a lot of work ahead of us.
Can I push him in?
You've got my vote.
I just want to sleep, yo, for like a week.
I guess we all could, if we wanted to.
Yeah. The first is scrunched, so what do you think we should do, Buffy?
Yeah, you're not the one and only chosen anymore. Just gotta live like a person. How's that feel?
Yeah, Buffy. What are we gonna do now?
Number 7. G-Day devastates San Francisco. Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. Monarch: Legacy of Monsters doesn't use Godzilla's San Francisco attack as a random greatest hits callback. It makes G-Day the trauma that kicks Kate Randa's story into motion. Set after the events of Godzilla 2014, the series introduces Kate as a schoolteacher who survived Godzilla's battle with the Mutos in San Francisco, then follows her in 2015 as she travels to Tokyo after her father Hiroshi's disappearance.
You certainly seem prepared here.
The government is spending lots of money. Missiles, drones. Are you in the trade?
The trade?
Mossa prep. Big business now.
People always find a way to profit off someone else's tragedy.
There, she discovers that Hiroshi had a second family, including a son named Kentaro, and that its secrets are tied to Monarch itself. This explains why Kate is guarded, angry, and unable to treat monsters as some abstract conspiracy. That is to say, she's already lived through the cost.
She wants to know if he was with you.
What?
When it happened, was he with you?
What difference does that make now?
You don't think it would have made a difference if he'd been here with us instead?
The key flashback returns to the Golden Gate Bridge during Godzilla's rampage. Kate is on an evacuation bus with students when the bridge becomes part of the monster disaster, and the sequence reveals that she survived while many of the children didn't. The school bus plunges into the bay after Godzilla tears through the bridge, giving the show a grim human angle on the destruction. Instead of simply restaging San Francisco's devastation, Monarch uses it as a wound that keeps reopening.
I need to go. I need to go. I'm sorry. We need to get out of here. Let me go.
G-Day is made personal. It's the reason Kate panics in shelters, distrusts official explanations, and gets pulled into the Randa family's buried connection to Monarch.
Did you get the answers? You flew halfway around the world looking for something. But what these unlock? And all you found was Dad was apparently a lying asshole. Is that enough for you?
Guess that'll have to do.
Number 6, Atlantis Under Siege. Stargate Atlantis.
Atlantis is the only way to Earth. As long as they know we're here, they're just going to keep coming.
As long as they know that we're here.
What do you mean?
Solenka just said as long as they know that we're here, they'll keep coming.
Yes, he said that.
Well, what if they thought we were gone?
The city of Atlantis faced perhaps its defining crisis in The Siege, a 3-part arc spanning the end of Season 1 and the start of Season 2. After a Wraith dart scans the city and transmits its location, Atlantis detects 3 incoming hive ships, giving the expedition only weeks to prepare. McKay and Zelenga try to restore an ancient defense satellite, but it destroys only 1 hive before being lost, leaving the city exposed. The real threat is not that the Wraith want Atlantis as an ancestral homeworld, but that they know the city can lead them to Earth, a vast new feeding ground.
We still have no idea how it works, but during the Wraith feeding process, the victim is injected with a special enzyme. It strengthens the human body temporarily and ensures that the heart continues to beat.
Why would they want to make you stronger?
So the victim doesn't die immediately. The feeding process is so traumatic, without the special enzyme, we shut down far sooner than they like.
As the attack begins, the Wraith send waves of darts and beam warriors into the city, forcing Shepard, Weir, McKay, Ford, Everett's Marines, and the rest of the expedition into a desperate defense. Earth's reinforcements arrive with the Daedalus and a 0-point module, allowing Atlantis to power its shield. But the danger escalates when 12 more hive ships are detected.
12 hive ships? Cruisers that got away probably called for reinforcements.
Our research shows there are at least 60 hive ships in this galaxy. I mean, who knows how many more could be on the way?
At least the shield's up and running.
That only buys us time.
I like time.
Look, the first siege of Atlantis lasted for years. I mean, with only 1 functioning ZPM, we can't expect to hold on that long.
The city ultimately survives through deception. The team cloaks Atlantis while detonating a nuclear device above it, convincing the Wraith that the city has destroyed itself. Number 5, The Fall of the 12 Colonies. Battlestar Galactica.
This is not a drill.
Not a drill? It can't be serious.
Sounds like it's me.
What are we gonna shoot with? The ship's got no ammunition.
All right, people, let's go. Let's get this hangar bay ready for possible incoming.
After a 40-year armistice following the First Cylon War, humanity's own creations came roaring back, and they did not come back quietly. The reimagined Battlestar Galactica begins with a devastating Cylon attack that catches the 12 colonies almost completely off guard.
This is a joke. The fleet's playing a joke on you. It's a retirement prank. Come on.
I don't think so.
Colonial defenses are compromised, the military response falls apart with terrifying speed, and major population centers are hit by nuclear strikes before most people can even process what's happening. From Caprica to Geminon to Sagittarian, no colony is spared, and there's barely any chance to mount a real defense.
We do not know the size or the disposition or the strength of the enemy forces, but all indications point to a massive assault against colonial defenses. Admiral Nagala has taken personal command of the fleet aboard the Battlestar Atlantis.
What makes the fall of the 12 colonies so haunting is how fast normal life disappears. One moment, humanity seems secure across its worlds. The next, it's been reduced to scattered survivors, radioactive ruins, and a handful of ships running for their lives.
Sharon? Grab your sidearm.
Hilo?
Just stand your ground.
The miniseries lets us feel that shock through the people who made it out, especially those aboard the refugee fleet led by Commander William Adama's Galactica and President Laura Roslin. We see cities wiped out, broadcasts breaking down, civilian ships scrambling for safety, and the awful realization that the world they knew is gone.
I've given all of us a fighting chance to survive. And isn't that what you said was the most important thing? The survival of the human race.
Number 4. The Upside Down consumes Hawkins. Stranger Things.
Mom, it's snowing!
For years, the quiet town of Hawkins, Indiana, had been haunted by the Upside Down, a shadowy parallel dimension that first made itself known through flickering lights, vanishing residents, and horrors leaking into the real world. By season 4, that threat had become far more apparent.
You're right. You and I, we are different. And Papa did hurt me. But he was no monster. He was just a man.
Vecna, formerly Henry Creel, uses his psychic curse to target traumatized victims and open new curse gates at the sites of their deaths. Chrissy Cunningham, Fred Benson, and Patrick McKinney each become part of that plan. And when Max Mayfield briefly dies before being revived, the 4th gate opens. Those 4 gates then spread across Hawkins and converge near the town square, tearing massive wounds through the town and creating what local authorities explain away as an earthquake. The result is one of the show's bleakest images. Hawkins is no longer simply haunted by the Upside Down, but physically splitting open beneath it. Streets crack apart, homes and buildings are damaged, smoke and ash hang over the town, and red lightning flashes over a landscape that suddenly feels halfway swallowed by another world. The Upside Down doesn't just attack the town, it starts to merge with it, turning a once familiar American suburb into the front line of an interdimensional war. Number 3. The Great War begins. Fallout.
All right, one piece of cake coming up from my favorite cowgirl.
Is it your thumb or mine?
The Fallout universe is defined by a singular, cataclysmic event, the Great War. While the games have long treated October 23, 2077 as the day the world ended, Prime Video's series gives us one of the franchise's most visceral glimpses of that moment.
Negotiations were scheduled to continue today as the White House had no comment about the president's whereabouts.
Ready to be of service, madam.
America adversaries crumbled this morning in Anchorage, Alaska. The specter of nuclear war facing this nation for 10 long years is final.
Decades of escalating global tension, resource depletion, and war between the United States and China finally boil over into a full-scale nuclear exchange. But rather than showing the whole apocalypse from a God's eye view, the series makes it personal. We're placed with Cooper Howard, the future ghoul, and his daughter, as Los Angeles goes from ordinary daylight to nuclear nightmare in minutes.
All right, birthday boy. Let's get a photo of you up here on Sugarfoot.
Why the hell is Cooper Howard working kids' birthday parties?
What else? Alimony.
What'd they say, Dad?
And I'm lucky to have such a good helper like you.
At a Hollywood Hills birthday party, the warning signs are already there. Anxious adults, ominous news reports, and the sense that the old world is hanging by a thread. Then comes the flash on the horizon, the mushroom cloud, the shockwave, and the awful realization that there's nowhere safe to run. And because this is Fallout, we know Los Angeles is only one piece of a much larger collapse. The Great War lasts roughly 2 hours, but that's enough to transform the pre-war world into a radioactive wasteland and scatter survivors into Vault-Tec shelters. The conflict leaves once great cities as ruins full of mutants, factions, scavengers, and ghosts of the society that destroyed itself. Number 2. Ramiel lays siege to Tokyo 3. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
作戦スタートです。
シンジ君、日本中のエネルギーあなたに預けるわ。頑張ってね。はい。第1次接続開始。
第1から第803管区まで送電開始。
Tokyo 3 isn't just another futuristic city, it's a fortress built directly above the subterranean geofront and NERV headquarters. Its retractable buildings, armored infrastructure, EVA launch systems, and hidden weapons make it one of humanity's key defenses against the Angels. The city was designed to intercept Angel attacks in Japan, which means its civilian surface life is basically sitting on top of a militarized doomsday machine. That's part of what makes Evangelion so eerie. Everyday school commutes and apartment blocks exist beside buildings that vanish underground when the next existential threat arrives.
第一次送電システム発生出力問題なし超電導誘電システム稼働効率は予定内を冷圧上昇中完成形
全冷却システム出力最大へ。
電子凝縮システム正常作動チーム安定問題なし
陽電子流入順調なり第2次接続。
In Episode 6, Ray 2, also known as Showdown in Tokyo 3, the entire system is pushed to the brink by Ramiel, the fifth angel. Rather than stomping through the streets like a conventional monster, Ramiel hovers over Tokyo 3 and begins drilling down toward the geofront, directly threatening NERV itself.
敵シールドジオフロントへ進入
第2射急いで。
ヒューズ交換再充填開始。
重心冷却開始。
陽電子加速再開
目標に再び高エネルギー反応。まずい。シンジ君。
Its particle beam can destroy anything that approaches, and its AT field makes a close-range Evangelion attack nearly hopeless. Misato's response is Operation Yashima, a desperate long-range plan that uses a positron rifle powered by the total electrical output of Japan, with Shinji firing from Mount Futigo, while Rei shields him in EVA Unit 0.
大丈夫か？早波！
自分には他に何もないってそんなこと言うなよ。
If you love games, be sure to check out WatchMojo's new game, Terrible Influence. Just launched for purchase at terribleinfluence.com. Terrible Influence is a satirical board game about the dark side of fame from the writer of the most popular girls in school and us, WatchMojo.
Boom. I can make an apology video.
Oh, you so would.
Click on the link in the description to check out the game and be the first to play Terrible Influence.
Number 1. Daenerys burns King's Landing. Game of Thrones.
The Northern armies? Just crossed the Trident. They'll be at the walls of King's Landing in 2 days. How is she?
She hasn't seen anyone since we returned. Hasn't left her chambers. Hasn't accepted any food.
She shouldn't be alone.
You're worried for her. I admire your empathy.
The final season of Game of Thrones delivered perhaps the most controversial yet undeniably impactful acts of city destruction ever depicted on television. For 7 seasons, King's Landing had stood as the political heart of the Seven Kingdoms, home to the Iron Throne, the Red Keep, and countless ordinary people trapped beneath the ambitions of rulers. In the penultimate episode, The Bells, that world goes up in dragonfire.
Lord Varys, I, Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of my name, breaker of chains and mother of dragons, sentence you to die.
Isolated, grieving, and increasingly convinced that fear is the only way to rule Westeros, Daenerys Targaryen launches her assault on the capital. After Drogon destroys the Iron Fleet, the city's defenses, and the Golden Company, Cersei's forces surrender. The bells ring, the battle is effectively won, and then Daenerys keeps going.
The Iron Fleet hold Blackwater Bay. Euron killed one of her dragons. He can kill another.
Your Grace, the Iron Fleet is burning. The gates have been breached. The Golden Company.
Our men will fight harder than sellswords ever could.
Drogon doesn't merely attack the Red Keep or remaining soldiers. He sweeps across King's Landing, burning streets, homes, civilians, and surrendering forces alike. On the ground, Grey Worm and Daenerys' army join the slaughter, while Jon Snow and Davos can only try, and largely fail, to pull their men back. The episode turns the conquest of King's Landing into a nightmare of panic, ash, collapsing stone, and people crushed by a war they had no power to stop. King's Landing's destruction marks the collapse of Daenerys' heroic image, the fall of Cersei's regime, and the brutal culmination of a series that had always understood power as something paid for by the powerless.
I don't like this. Don't like this. Don't like this. Look me in the eye. Don't look away. Don't look. Look at me. Just look at me. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Only us.
Which city destruction scene left the biggest impact on you? Are there any we missed? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.